Hi, everybody. This is live stream number 61, episode 61 from here in Brooklyn. And glad to be here today. I had a really nice hang with the people who support me on Patreon yesterday. And once again, I'm just so honored to be part of this little community. So glad you can be here. How are you doing? Hi to Joyce Glasgow, who says hello to me and everyone. And who else is here? Hi to Molly Shen, who says I'm wearing her favorite squirrel shirt. Indeed, it's my favorite squirrel shirt too. Maybe a little confusing as to whether this is the squirrel's mouth or whether this is the squirrel's mouth. I know this is actually the squirrel's mouth, but these look a little bit like teeth, so a little confusing, but can't be perfect. Hi to Grace Chu, who's in her basement. Danielle Pralong, who's in a cool and rainy Switzerland. George Thomas Wilson. Hi, Tommy. Freda Tepfer, who seems to not be getting my sound, but I think everybody else is. Hi to Ron Rosenthal, who actually, after our conversation yesterday for the Patreon hang, during the Patreon hang, we were talking about, one of the things we talked about was the length of piano strings and how the lower piano strings on pianos can't actually make the fundamental sound that they're pretending to make. They're not long enough. You'd need a piano that was like 12 meters long to make the actual sound of those low notes. And instead, our brains reconstruct the fundamental frequency from the upper harmonics that the strings are producing. And after that hang, Ron Rosenthal sent me an email with some further thoughts about the physics of it all. So thanks for that, Ron. Marila Vitedo Reese, who is pretty amazing. She there's a new book that just came out. It's a biography of Kurt Gödel, and it's based in large part on her translations of Kurt Gödel's letters. And she's prominently thanked at the end of the biography. The book was just reviewed by the New York Times, and I've been reading it. It's really great. Highly recommended. It's called Journey to the Edge of Reason. It's right over there. I don't know if I can reach it from here. Maybe I'll get it later. Hi to Isa Renardi, who also joined us yesterday from an incredibly windy beach on the French Atlantic coast. That was pretty amazing. Hi to Alan Hagyard, who's in Napa, to Silvana Raffo, and who asks, is it normal to start late on both platforms, or is it a problem of my internet thingies? No, I've just started late. Sorry. Yeah, hi to Jen Detour, who's in Paris. Molly Chen says that bigger thing is his nose, clearly. Yeah, I agree, but there's just some confusion about this detail here, that when you're close, it can look a little bit like teeth. We really get into some fascinating things on this live stream, let me tell you. Hi to Frank Geyer. And Kristen Berardi. Hi, Kristen. Fran Blaine, who's in Santa Monica. Yay. Michael Loftus, Sharon Gerard. Wolf Banter Blog is in Montreal. It says, play some cool jazz, please. Paul James Brown, who hasn't been here for a few weeks. So welcome. Nice to have you back, Paul. He's in Maui. Gia Gogatishvili, who's in Republic of Georgia, I believe. Yeah. Molly Shen mentions the spot on Morning Edition, on NPR Morning Edition, on this last Friday. It was I was very honored that they did a feature on what I've been up to during the pandemic, and my favorite aspect of it actually was that this 5-minute spot ended with me saying that the thing I was most proud of during the past year was managing, despite our isolation, to foster a feeling of community with these live streams. So I'm glad that they decided to put an emphasis on that. Okay, hi to Losi and William, Craig, great to have you here. Hi to Emily Berardi, and hi Renana Gutman, great to have you with us too. Hi to Nora Murray Kavanagh, yay. Okay, one thing that I wanted to do today is I feel like we have a little bit of unfinished business from last week because, as I mentioned, I've decided to make a record of perhaps not all, but most of the tunes that I've written for you guys for these live streams during the pandemic. And so there's a few of them that still don't have titles. So I need your help, and I hope you'll be able to help me. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just going to get a piece of paper. While I got the piece of paper, I also grabbed this book by one of our regular listeners, Annick Lafarge, which I just got. It's about Chopin, and I haven't started it yet, but pretty sure it's great. It's published by Simon & Schuster, I believe. Okay, so what am I going to play? I think we'll start with an untitled tune that I wrote for Matt Penman on January 4th, 2021. And how does that go? It goes like this. Let's see. Bear with me for just a second here. Okay, sorry. Basically, I need to be able to show the two pages I'm going to be playing next to each other, and so I needed to reorganize this a little bit. Okay, here we go. I haven't played this in a long time, but I actually think it's kind of nice. And I don't think I'd asked you for title suggestions at the time. So let me know what you think. So what do you think? Freda Tepfer says, from the mountain to the sea. That's nice. I like that. There's my pen. Okay, that's nice. I like that. From the mountains to the sea. From the mountain to the sea. Renana Gutman says, all the roads to nowhere. Wow. I like that too. All the roads to nowhere. Ron Rosenthal says, a walk in the woods. Joyce Glasgow says, ordered symmetry. Ordered symmetry. Oh. Frank Geyer says, why were the visuals great? I didn't even realize that I had the visuals happening. Sorry about that. But they're gray because there weren't any algorithms happening. And so it's just representing what I'm playing. By the way, there's a little bit of lag, maybe, right? Yeah, there is. Okay, so hopefully I just turned the fan on my computer, the external fan, because it's getting hot. It's getting really hot here in Brooklyn, and it slows my computer down. But I just turned this external fan on, and hopefully that'll make the lag go down in a little bit. Think it's already getting better? Maybe. Oh man, technology. Okay, let's keep going with the titles. Let's see. Molly Shen says, I'm getting a strong sense of water burbling and eddying in this piece. Yeah, I like that. Anybody else? Does the title emerge from this water metaphor? Cameron Krug says, dialogue. Yeah, that could work. Because there is I wrote it for Matt Penman, and the idea was to have a dialogue between the piano and the bass. Now, Emily Berardi says, it kind of sounds like the start of spring, a gentle, nice melody. Paul James Brown says, running barefoot. Yeah. Running barefoot. There's so many titles now that I'm going to need like a second round to narrow it down. Michael Loftus says, water cycle. Water cycle. Yeah. Like the cycle of water evaporating from the seas and making clouds, and the clouds raining onto the land, and the water in the land eventually flowing into rivers that flow back into the sea. Kind of amazing when you think about it. Water cycle. It is kind of, yeah, there's a flowing thing to it. Molly Shen says, flow and eddy. That's nice. Flow and eddy. The funny thing about flow and eddy, is it also sounds like it's written for somebody named Florence and somebody named Edward, maybe a couple. I had a great aunt named Flo. Yeah. All right. George Thomas Wilson says Riverwalk. Yeah. I like that this is becoming like a collaborative thing. You know, one of you suggests a theme, and then like a whole bunch of you suggest other ideas based on that theme. That's super cool. Yeah, I realize there's still a lag, and hopefully that is gonna go away in a little bit. Let's see. Hello to Carol McGoffin, who joined us late. Music Art asks, where am I? I'm in Brooklyn. I'm at home. Okay. Yes. Let's play something else. Thank you so much for these suggestions. Awesome. Let's see. Another one I wanted to play. The other ones actually have titles, except here's one that that was named Bembe Bounce by my cousin David Shine, and I wonder. I like Bembe Bounce. I think it's okay, but it feels a little bit generic somehow. And I'm wondering if you have some other ideas. I might stick with Bembe Bounce too. Okay, here goes. Oh, I think I'm gonna prepare my piano for this one. Yeah. Here, let's try this. I'm gonna take this this putty for putting pictures on the wall, and I'm gonna put it in my piano. It's gonna mute the lower strings. Okay, hold on. You're really learning a lot about the art of making weird noises at the piano in these live streams. Okay. You really got to push it into the strings or else it doesn't quite work, actually. Pretty cool, right? Okay, I'm going to turn off those visualizations since I'm not actually using any algorithms. Okay, so here's Bembe Bounce. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. All right, so that was tentatively titled Bembe Bounce. The reason for that is that the whole rhythm supporting it is the bembe, which is this very, very fundamental rhythm from Africa that also supports most of Afro-Cuban music, and as I pointed out before, which is also closely related to the major scale, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so Alan Haggard says, Left Hand Dan as a title. Joyce Glasgow says, The Cat Detective. Okay, very, very cute, and I can kind of see where that comes from, but I don't know if I can quite use that. Michael Loftus says, Kinesis. Renata Gutman says, A Woman Panther Dance. Yeah, I can see how this is evoking some kind of almost comic booky titles. Silvano Raffo says, Regular Chaos. I like that. That could work. Let's see. Okay, that was David Shine. Bembe Bounce. Silvano says, Regular Chaos. Renata Gutman says, sounds amazing. Thank you, Renata. Renata's an amazing classical pianist, so needs a lot coming from her. Danielle Prolong says, cliffhanger. That's actually, I like that, because it's true that it feels like the tune is always bringing you to a place of tension, right? And that feels like maybe the cliff. I like that, cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. Okay, I gotta write clearly so I can actually read this later. What is, Carol McGoffin says, consider Emily's suggestion. What was Emily's suggestion? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Emily says this is mysterious. Oh, Mysterious Investigation? Is that the title from Emily? Love it. I'll write it down. Emily Berardi. Mysterious Investigation. That also has kind of a Pink Panther-y vibe to it, doesn't it? Awesome. Okay, let's move on to another one. Thanks so much, you guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is another one that I did not play last week, but I actually really like this one, and it does have a title that was found by, oh, maybe you can remember. The title that I wrote down is Squirrely. Was that maybe Molly Shen who found that? I think it's actually pretty appropriate. So I'm going to play Squirrely for you, but I was thinking that it actually might work well with an algorithmic accompaniment, like algorithmic drums. I'm going to leave the prepared piano in and add some screws up here, as you've seen me do many times before. And that way I'm going to be kind of playing with drums, which is always pretty fun. Basically, the bass drum is down here, and up here we can have something like a snare drum or hi-hat. Those are cool sounds, aren't they? Yeah. I could probably use a drink of water too. Ha! Danielle Prolong says, man with a squirrel t-shirt playing a tune called Squirrely, fractal rad. Yes, indeed. It's a fractal, self-similar processes within processes, recursive processes. Okay, here is Squirrely, and maybe you can remind me who came up with that title. Alan Hargreaves says, FYI, people can become eligible for a top fan badge on your page by being one of the most active followers on your page, which can include liking or reacting to content and commenting on or sharing posts. They'll also be publicly visible on a top fans list on your page's community tab. Thanks for the information, Alan. The intricacies of Facebook always amaze me. Okay, here we go. This is Squirrely. I actually need to figure out the drum situation first. This is a song that's in 7/4. So let's see, we'll try 14 here, and maybe 22 is fine. And we'll try maybe 5 events. So it's gonna be 1. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. All right, that was Squirrely with some algorithmic accompaniment most of the time, and then it stops in the middle of it. Not quite sure why, actually. Yeah, but yeah, I like that tune. That was a lot faster than I think I played it before. What did you guys think? Steve Cantor says, love the entrance tonality of the chordal sequence in contrast with the bass ostinato. Thank you. Yeah, that's something I've been kind of getting into in some of these tunes. It's like setting up some kind of binary structure, basically. You know, setting up a place of repose, a place of static harmony, and then a place of journey. You know, I think that's really satisfying. Cameron Krug says, this is downright funky. Thanks. Funkin' 7/4. And Carol McGoffin says, there definitely is still a squirrely quality to this tune. And Frank Geyer asks, is Summertime in your repertoire? As far as I can remember, first time you took a sip of water during these live streams. I don't think that's true. I think I've taken a sip of water before. But yeah, of course Summertime is in my repertoire. Summertime is in the repertoire of anyone who's ever like played any form of music. I actually am pretty sure that I've played Summertime on these live streams before. Shall I play it again? That could be fun. Maybe I'll play Summertime. You guys want to choose a key and maybe a time signature for Summertime? That could be fun. Marila Reese suggests Flying Out the Door as a title. Flying Out the Door. I like that. Flying Out the Door. I think I'll stick to Squirrely for this one, though. I think that works pretty well. Yeah, Carol McGoffin says, you have played Summertime. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Is the latency... Oh, yeah, this fixed the latency, didn't it? Okay, good. We no longer have latency problems. Okay, so Sharon Girard says, key of E flat. And Danielle Prolong says, would you sing it? That's a good idea. I don't think I've ever sung Summertime. Okay, let's try it. Let's try singing Summertime. And Cameron Krug says C sharp in 7/4. Okay, well, I'll take the E flat from Sharon Girard, and let's take the 7/4. Silvana Raffo had suggested 5/7/4 or 5/7/8, and I'm not exactly sure what he meant by that. But maybe he meant 3 time signatures, moving between them. I like to do that, actually. But okay, so let's do E flat minor and 7/4. And yeah, I guess I should make sure that works for my voice. Let's see if I can find a groove for this. No, let's just do it without any algorithms. Okay. I hope I can remember the lyrics. Summertime. Oh, I think I might have to go with another one of the suggestions, A flat. Summertime. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, here we go. Summertime. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna wake up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mama standing by. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the garden is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna wake up singing, and you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mama standing by. With Daddy and Mama standing by. With Daddy and Mama standing by.
Summertime. What a fun requests. And yes, as Sharon Gerard points out, perfect song for this hot, steamy day. David Bergeron says, wow, nice voice. Didn't know you sang so well. It is very sensual. Why, thank you. That was fun, I have to say. I'm going to take some voice lessons with Kristen Berardi, I have decided. This is part of my future. Because Kristen obviously is an insane singer, but she's also a super experienced teacher. She taught for years at the conservatory in Brisbane in Australia, and now is teaching at the conservatory in Lucerne in Switzerland. So yeah, I think we might trade some voice lessons for some piano lessons. David Shine says, beautiful singing and you nailed the falsetto. Thanks, David. I don't know. The problem with my singing is it's completely unpredictable because I'm not very experienced. Okay, I want to play another one of these tunes that I've written. Here's one that does not have a title. It's currently on my B list. I've been going through the tunes and kind of making selections about, you know, which ones I definitely want to record and which ones maybe are more of an option. And this one's currently more on the option list. I actually think the tune is nice, but maybe it goes on a little too long in the midsection. It's AJ Shopek says, there's a thin line between sensual and consensual. Nice. Nice, thanks for that. Okay, so this is written 7th of March, 2021. It was the day after I ran the half marathon, the Brooklyn half marathon, the New York City half marathon. And here it is. Let me know what you think. Let me know your title ideas. I better unprepare my piano for this one. There we go. Maybe take the screws out too. There we go. Silvana Rafa says, record all of them, then do a deluxe edition with everything. Marketing! Yeah. All right, here we go. What do you think about this one? Carol McGoffin says there is something about this song telling a story. It was composed at a crucial time when things were uncertain, becoming frightening. Yet there is hope in this song. Oh, title could be Hope. Actually, I like that. I like that. That's really nice. Just calling it Hope. Yeah. Because there is, yeah, I really feel that in this song. Thanks for that. Steve Cantor says, winner, not a title suggestion, just my reaction. That's a great tune. Thank you. I do like it. I feel like it needs a tiny bit of tweaking in terms of the form. I think the issue with it actually is pretty simple. The problem is that it resolves a little too neatly after the first ending, and so we don't feel so strong a need for it to come back to the top and then go to the coda. I actually really like the coda. I think it's a really nice release. But there's just a problem with the way the first section ends, and so I want to adjust that. But yeah, I'm going to write that down. Let's see. That was Carol McGoffin who suggested Hope. Hope. Let's see. Paul James Brown suggests minor muse melody. Nice alliteration there, Paul. And Grace Chu says, I'm so glad we had this time together. I could see that. Yeah, and it works, right? I'm so glad we had this time together. La da 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 da. Yeah, Silvana Rafa suggests Lying Mirror. Wow, Joyce Glasgow suggests Striated Canyon. Nice. Carol McGoffin suggests Tale of Hope, Story of Hope. I think just Hope is nice. Yeah. And Jen Detour says Espoir de Printemps, like springtime hope. Hope of spring. Yeah, that's nice too. Joyce Glasgow says Canyon Song. That's nice. I like Canyon Song. I'll write that down. Canyon Song. But there is something in that title, Hope, that I think captures something beneath the surface of this tune. Okay, thanks for that, you guys. And yeah, I think, with a little tweaking, I think this could be moved from the B list to the A list. It definitely has a real vibe to it, no doubt about it. Here's another one that does not have a title, and this is one that I haven't played for an extremely long time because I'd kind of forgotten about it, to be honest. I wrote it for Paul Sakivi, 7th of July of 2020. Okay, so almost a year ago. This was actually the first time that I wrote a song for one of these live streams. So it's the first one of this whole sequence. And let me know what you think. It has no title at all. Renata Gutman says, Hope alone is beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I think just Hope. Good title. Thank you. Kristen Berardi, bye-bye. Great to have you with us. And bye, Emily and Ollie, if you're there. Okay, here is this tune I wrote 20th of July, 2020 for Paul Sakivi. What do you think of this one? You know what I really like about this process that we've been engaged in for the past, year and a few months is the variety of what's come up. You know, if you think of like the drawings that Silvano Raffo has made, or some of the drawings that Molly Shen has made, and the poems that Joyce Glasgow has written, and the tunes that I've written through this whole time, there's a lot of variety. And I think that's what occurs when you're engaged in a process over a long period of time. It's like we're engaged in the same process, but over a long period of time, instead of like cramming it all in to one period. And so I look back over these tunes and it's like, wow, you know, I wonder what I was thinking or what I was feeling when I wrote that. It feels like almost a different person, which I think is really fun. Oh wow, we have some great titles for this one. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kristen Barati says, if folks want to contact me for some singy stuff, please just send me a message. Peace and love to all. Yeah, please, you should. Okay, Danielle Prolong suggests Perfect Place. I like that. There's a sense, am I losing my microphone? I'm totally losing my microphone. Hold on a second. I think that's the first time that's happened in 61 live streams that I've lost my microphone. Okay, so let's write down some titles. We have Perfect Place from Danielle Prolong. Perfect Place. We have Marila says, I'm walking around with my iPhone hooked into the neck of my sweater. It makes the music resonate in my clavicle. Clavicle clavier. Nice. Joyce Glasgow says freedom. There is a sense of freedom in this. Freedom. AJ Chopin says, hold my kite. That's actually, I mean, I don't know how it's related to the tune, but that's a really wonderful title. It's like very memorable, which is maybe the most important thing for a title. I think it's more important that a title be memorable than that it be like perfectly related to the tune, you know? Hold my kite. Better than hold my beer. And then Alan Haggard says, remote theme. Okay, I like that too. Tommy Wilson says, I love this one. Thanks, Tommy. It's actually currently on the B list too, but I don't know. I definitely have a soft spot for it too. Silvano Raffo suggests Urban Family. Urban Family. It's nice. Oh yeah, Jen Detour suggests Tiptoe. I like that. There's a kind of a delicacy or a delicateness to this tune. It's like yeah, there's a tentativeness to it that I think resonates with Tiptoe. David Shine says Dragonfly. And Paul James Brown says, I can't wait to play this on the air with you. Paul James Brown has a radio show on Maui, and yeah, that's going to be fun when we get to play this album or selections from this album on your show and talk about your involvement with it. That'd be pretty great. Wolf Banter Blog says, strength in uncertain times. Yeah, I like that too. Um, Joyce Glasgow, Open Expanse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Carol McGoffin says, I love that title, speaking of Hold My Kite. But like, you're not sure how it related to the song, still love it. Yeah, like, if you think of Thelonious Monk's titles for his songs, and I think he's one of the all-time best at writing song titles, um, he'll have something like, for example, Evidence, which is one of my favorite Thelonious Monk compositions. It goes like this. That's Evidence by Thelonious Monk. And the reason it's called Evidence is because it's based on the chord changes to Just You, Just Me, which is a jazz standard. And apparently Monk's reasoning went as follows. He said, just you, just me, just us. And in order to have justice, just us, justice, in order to have justice, you have to have evidence. But at the end of the day, I think what really sticks is not the fact that there's a reasoning behind it, but it's just that Evidence is a really strong title for a song. AJ Chopin says, hold my kite so I can down a beer. So yeah, Hold My Kite is nice. And also, I mean, I think there's a lot that you could read into it. Like, the kite wants to fly away, right? We're keeping the kite from flying away. And if you ask someone else to hold your kite, maybe it's like you really want to let the kite go, but you can't quite let yourself let it go. And so you're putting the responsibility on somebody else to not let the kite go. I don't know. It seems like an image ripe with explanations. Frank Geyer says, DT, your energy and creativity through every live stream is unfathomable. Well, that's very kind of you, but honestly, I can say that I couldn't do it without you. And Chris Breitner says, I love that chromatic climb with a major second at the end. The chromatic climb with a major second at the end. Trying to see what you mean. I'm not sure which moment you're referring to. There are a bunch of major seconds in this. Anyway, glad you like it. Joyce Glaxo says, Evidence feels like the title informs the song rather than the song informing the title. Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. That's another, obviously, power of titles, is that they can lead us to just hear the song differently. Okay, I think there's just one more that I was thinking of playing for you today. This was titled by David Shine, Creepin' Lizard Blues, which is a title full of imagery, shall we say? And I think it fits the song pretty well. So I think I'm gonna end this live stream with that. Maybe do it with some prepared piano percussion. Yeah, I think so. That would definitely work well for this song. So let's see. Some screws in my piano. Back in my piano, I should say. I'm getting faster and faster at putting these screws in. right. Sometimes the cool thing is by moving the screws, you can actually adjust what kind of sounds you get. I'm looking for something kind of not pitched, with like a percussive sound, but I want it to not be too annoying, you know? So, let's see. This is in 4/4, so let's see what happens if we do this. Nothing happens. What's going on here? Okay. Oh boy. Well, looks like my piano is no longer working. Give me one sec. Okay, maybe we'll have better luck now. Oh. Yeah, it's the first time that's happened. It might actually be, sometimes, this piano's been on for a really long time, and sometimes they need to be restarted. Okay, so I'm going to do this without the disc clavier. It's just going to be straight up. But I'm going to prepare the piano down here. This is a fun one. I don't know if you remember it. There was one day when I decided to write some blueses, and I wrote two of them, and they sound really different, one from the other. And this one is like the one that's obviously a blues. The other one is actually pretty hard to tell that it's a blues. But this one is no doubt about it. Okay, we'll take the screws out. And here we go. This is Creepin' Lizard Blues. Silvano Ralpha says, "Let the disc clavier rest a bit. It deserves it after all." Indeed, yeah. And it might be getting hot too. I mean, that's an issue. Sharon Gerard says, "I love that title. My elementary-aged piano student boys would love Creepin' Lizard Blues." Yeah, exactly. And I think there's really something to be said for that. You know, if something appeals to little kids, I think there's something special about that. Okay, here we go. Creepin' Lizard Blues. Creeping Lizard Blues, as titled by David Shine, pretty sure. And there you go. I think it might be time to say goodbye. God, time always flies by so quickly on these shows. It's crazy, for me at least. Yeah, we've been together for an hour and a half. Joyce Glasgow says, I think this one was the one last time where I saw a number of contemporary dancers traveling across the floor in group configurations in yellow turtlenecks and black capri pants. Groups of 2s, 3s, and 4s, angular tableaus, spotlit in 3 planes from the front of the stage to the back. I like that. Yeah, there's something... yeah, you can almost, you can imagine some kind of like very geometric contemporary choreography to this. Isa Renardi suggests teasing blues. Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of a teasing quality to it. Bye, Silvano. Bye to all of you. It's really been a pleasure, as always, absolute pleasure connecting with you. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for inspiring me. And be well this week. And I'll see you next week at the same time, same place. All right, take care. Bye-bye.